And hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. I'm a little sooner. I'm a little early. This is Dr. Dwain Woode. That's right. And we are continuing our series. We're continuing our work time. That's right. Work time with Dr. Dwain Woode. That's what we're doing right now. As we get into this fourth quarter, as we continue, that is, into the fourth quarter, because we're already here, y'all. We're already here. As we continue into this fourth quarter, I thought I would spend some time talking about some of the things that we need to do to be successful in this fourth quarter. You know, it's that time. It's that time when we need to dig in. It's that time when we need to give that last push, right? Where we need to summon up that energy. You know, you're in a football game. You're in a basketball game. You're playing some sports. You're in a business. There are metrics. There are these projections that you had for your business. And in the fourth quarter, sometimes we tend to want to relax. We think, okay, I'm tired. I've been going for a long time. And I want you to know the fourth quarter, it's not time to relax, y'all. It's time for us to get going. And so as we got into the month of October, as we look into these last 3 months, I thought, what a wonderful way to begin showing you some of the things that I use and some of the things I'm learning. Let me say that. Some of the things I use and some of the things I'm learning. One of them is this idea of time blocking. Time blocking, that's setting aside time specifically for certain things. And I know you have schedules, right? We all have schedules. And it's a little fluid sometimes. But with the time blocking, what we're doing, I'm setting aside time daily to be able to do some of the things I need. And I have been coming on, and I'm excited that you're here to just let you see what that looks like. This is what I do, right? So I'm time blocking, and you get to work with me wherever you are right now. You know, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. And you get to see me kind of do that together. I've been doing it later in the evening. Today we're doing it a little early as we get into the weekend, and it'll be a little abbreviated. But I did want to go ahead and talk about a few things before I give you the behind the scenes and we get to working. So in order for us to be successful in this fourth quarter, right? We got to do some things. And, you know, last night we talked about purpose and how do we do that, evaluating ourselves, assessing what are our passions. And once again, the series that I'm talking about, let me pull that up so you can see, this is where we are, right? The series that I've been doing is right there, right? Q4 winning moves, behaviors to help succeed in Q4, right? Q4, that's the fourth quarter. What are the behaviors that we need to be successful? And you see the little subtitle there, right? Strategies for navigating the year-end sprint to success, right? It is a sprint. It is what we do, right? It's like we get down and, you know, the buzzer goes off, the gun goes off, and boom, and we're away. So it is a sprint. And one of the essential things to do whenever we're talking about success and moving and changing and improving is we want to set specific goals. We want to set clear goals, right? Set clear goals. The purpose-driven success, right? Purpose-driven success in the final quarter, it needs to begin with setting clear and achievable goals, because there are all these things that you probably have on your list, right? 100 things that seem like they need your attention. But what are the ones that we need to prioritize? What are the ones that we need to dust off? What are the ones that we think we can get some success in as we move into the fourth quarter, right? So one, we got to set some clear and achievable goals. The goals need to make sense, and these will serve as guideposts helping us stay the course. Because, as we said before, if I'm supposed to go west and I'm going east, right? If I don't align my behavior with the things that I say I want to do, guess what? It's not going to be successful, right? It helps you to stay focused. So when we're doing these goals, it helps us to stay focused. And we're going to use the SMART acronym. The SMART acronym for this. We've talked about this before on the channel, and I think this is a perfect place for us to plug this in, right? So SMART goals, and we'll go through each of these. SMART, SMART goals, right? That's what we're going to be talking about. So number one, so the S stands for specific. Specific. It has to be specific. Your goal should be clear and well defined, right? If you're in a business, make money, right? Make more money by the end of the year. Not very specific. If you are trying to lose weight, I'm going to lose some weight. I'm going to lose some weight is not a specific goal. If you're writing a book, right? I'm going to finish my book by the end of the year. Not specific goals. So they must be clear. They must be specific. What you want to do as you're doing this, you want to ask why questions, right? Why questions. So number one, what do I want to accomplish? What is the thing that I'm working on? What are the things that I want to accomplish? So one of the why questions. Why is it important, right? This goes back to the purpose that we talked about. What is the reason? Why is this important to me? What is involved in being able to get this done? Right? We're going through these why questions. And this is in order to come up with that specific goal. Where will it happen? And which resources or constraints are relevant to what I'm trying to do? Okay, so specific goal. We're trying to come up with a clear goal, right? So instead of something like, I want to get in shape, right? Very vague. Now, it's an admirable thing that we want to do, but it's not specific. So instead of saying that, you want to use, I want to lose 10 pounds by jogging for 30 minutes, 5 days a week, and reducing my daily calorie intake by 1,800 calories. Now, we're going to go through those. Now, that's a very specific, and it actually has all the things that all the different components of the SMART goal, right? But does that make sense? Right? So instead of being very generalized and very vague, then we are very, very specific and clear. So anybody looking at that would know, okay, what do we want to do? Right? So specific, that's the S. That's the S that goes in our SMART goal. Next, we want it to be measurable. Measurable. Your goal should include specific criteria for tracking the progress and determining when you have achieved it. Right? So let me get over to that one. Right? So measurable. When have I achieved it? Have I gotten to where it needs to be? Have I met the metrics? Have I had those number of clients? Have I made the number of sales, or have I sold the number of houses? Let's go to real estate, right? Is it measurable? Did I achieve what I want to achieve? The weight that I want to lose, is there a number that I'm trying to get to? I want to go from 190 pounds and I want to get to 160 pounds. I can measure that, right? I can tell when I've achieved that. And it helps you to establish concrete metrics to measure your success. So losing 10 pounds is a measurable criterion. You can track that. You can track the progress. You can put it into something like MyFitnessPal. You know they have Fitbits and all these devices. You put it in there, and when you reach there, the device itself can tell you, okay, you've arrived, because it is measurable. It's measurable. So is it specific? Is it measurable? And then is it achievable? Is it achievable? Now, your goal should be realistic and attainable. Let me pause there. Realistic and attainable within your capabilities and what resources you have. We want you to aim high. We want you to say, I'm going to the moon, right? That's how high I'm getting. I'm going to make $1 million. I'm going to lose 150 pounds. I'm going to write 5 books. But can you do that by the end of December? Can you do it by January 1 of 2024, right? Is it achievable? Do you have the resources available to you to help that happen? If you've never jogged before, setting a goal of running a marathon in a month, probably unrealistic. But if you say, hey, I'm going to start with, I can go and I can run a 5K in a month. Achievable. I'm going to go to the moon. I'm going to work on the space station. Right? Admirable. By the end of December, probably not achievable. If you're not even part of that system, right? That may not even be possible at this point. But by December, for sure. So aim high, but be realistic, right? Are the goals achievable? And then next, are they relevant? Are they relevant? So your goals should coincide with the things that you say that you're going to do, the things that are important to you. It should align with your purpose, with your interest, with your passion, and all the current things that you say that you're doing. Don't set goals simply to set goals because somebody told you had to set goals. Oh, well, Dr. Wood said I got to do that for the end of the year. Are they relevant to what you're doing? Pursuing education or certifications or joining groups and clubs in places that you have no interest, while it's great to expand your horizon, expand your knowledge, does that take you in the direction that you want to go? Right? Relevant. We want to make sure that it is relevant. And then finally, time-bound. Is it time-bound? Do you have a time when this thing is going to happen? Okay, I am going to lose 30 pounds by December 31st. I'm going to lose 10 pounds by December 31st. I'm going to write, I'm going to write 10 pages, 5 pages a day until December 31st. There's an end. It's time bound. This is the time frame with which I'm going to do this. I'm going to show 30 houses by December 31st. I'm going to go to the gym twice a week, every week until December 31st. Notice they're time bound. There's a parameter there. And so that's it. If we're going to be successful, we've got to set goals. And we use the SMART acronym to do that. They've got to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And if you do that, these winning moves, right? That's what we're talking about, winning moves in winning moves in the fourth quarter. Yeah, you're going to be successful. And that's what we want to do. Behaviors to help succeed in Q4. And so now what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do some work. I've got one thing that I need to finish up. I've been talking about doing my blog all week on the show. So I'm going to finish up my blog and hopefully I'll post it right before we get off air. And you guys can go look at that and you can start reading it, right? Because it ties into everything that we are talking about right here. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you the behind the scenes and I'm going to get over here and start working a little bit. All right. So I'll see you in a little bit. All right, so I have finished editing my blog and I'm getting ready to post it to my website. Um, so I'm going to do that here really quickly and then we'll show you something. Okay, so hang out. I'll be right back. All right, so let's see if I can. So this is where I'm going to be posting my blog on, and let me do this. I'm going to bring my other mic over. All right, so I'm going to do that because I'm going to be turning and facing this, and I don't want you to not be able to hear me. So anyway, so that's it. And so my website is on Kajabi. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab that there really quickly. We said post, create a new one. Right now it's unpublished. And I'm going to go ahead and paste all my text in there. And then I'll have to go through and edit it. And let me come off of that screen for a second. And you guys can hang out with me over here. Let's see, I need to grab a few things. All right, so now I'm just, let me pull over here. So now I'm going through and I'm just going to be formatting it. I do want to, and you'll see the title there that I just pasted in. I do want to find an image, and for that I'm going to go over to Canva. If you've not used Canva before, it's an amazing piece of software. So I'm going to go over there and I'm going to grab a picture and then we're going to post it in here, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so back to behind the scenes and then I'll be back. All right, so I am back, y'all. And let me get some, let's see. Here you go. All right, all right. Yeah, that's because, that is because, let's see, let me get over there and make sure that it's up before I tell you guys. There it is. Yep. So I'm going to go over to my website, and you can get over there, Dwain Woode MD, and you see there, unleashing your potential, how to identify your passion, how identifying your passion leads to a purposeful life, right? And you'll see that. What are you passionate about? What are you passionate about? And you can get over there, and you can see the other blogs that we have on the site. Only 3 of them will show up at one time, but you'll be able to look at the others to see what we have as well, right? So building good habits. This is the one that we did on time blocking. Here's the one we did on boundaries. I don't know if you remember that one. The mind-body connection, an insight into personal growth. And then how to harness fear, right? The power of fear to get success. And then why we don't let go of harmful things in our lives. So lots of good information out there. But that's it, y'all. So excited that we were able to spend some time with you. And if you were out there and you were working, I'm glad. And hopefully you got some stuff done as well as we did. So I've been working on that blog the entire week, and I've mentioned it to you on several occasions, and I was able to finish that because I did the time blocking, and as you saw, as I went through the week, starting with my show that I did, the short segment of that I took out of the show, the shorts. Right, those 60 seconds or smaller segments that I did from the show itself, the podcast that we edited from the show, and then of course the blog that I just finished that was related to some of the things that we had been talking about throughout the week, and then finally was able to come here and spend time with you as we walked through the week, and actually we get some stuff done. So I am encouraging you, right? So Q4 is we've just begun the last quarter, and as we go through the month, we're going to be as we go through the next 3 months, actually, we're going to be talking more and more about things that we can do that will help us, right? Because remember, that's what we're talking about. And let me see if I can pull that back up here. Get back to my slide so that we can see. Right, here we are, right? So what we're talking about is behaviors to help you succeed in Q4. Strategies for navigating the year-end sprint to success. Notice what we're saying. We are going to success. It's not an if. We're going to success, and we are sprinting to success, right? So Q4 winning moves is the overall theme of what we're talking about, behaviors to help succeed in Q4. Specifically, we're doing that. And then, hey, what are some strategies that we can do? And one of them is the time blocking that I'm going to be doing on a continual basis, and then giving you, as you come through and as we talk, those nuggets. Today we talked about about SMART goals, what that means. And we'll be doing a lot more of that as we get into the rest of Q4. Thank you guys for being here. This is Dr. Dwain Woode. Go over, log into, or hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. Share this with family, with friends. Let them know that we are here. Find me on the social media platforms if you've not already done so. If you do see me out there, go ahead and say hello. And that you should be able to find me, Dwain Woode MD, on all the social media platforms. And then, of course, on our website, Dwain Woode MD. If you're interested in having someone come walk along with you, if you're interested in having someone help you get unstuck, right? And that's where we find ourselves often, that we know we want to change. We know something should change. We're not quite sure how to do it or where to go. I'd love to be part of that. And you can find me on any of our social media platforms. But specifically, if you go to our website, you'll be able to sign up there for our next level coaching program. All right. Well, thank you for being here, and we will see you on our next show. Come back tomorrow. We're going to go back to our later time frame, not as late as we were this week, but later than today. All right. Thank you much. Bye-bye.